Hello Libra, welcome in. Welcome to my channel, Being Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. I'm doing a reading for Libra's Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Cross watchers are welcome. Specifically looking at the energies around November, 2025. And getting divine messages of guidance for you. These are general readings, so take what resonates and leave the rest. All right, thank you. Let's turn these cards over, see what we're working with. All right, Libra. In the overall energy, we have the Five of Cups in reverse, the Nine of Swords in reverse, and the Ten of Swords in reverse. All right, Five of Cups reverse. Either you're healing from a heartbreak, healing from a disappointment, or someone who's unapologetic. Could be both of those energies. Nine of Swords in reverse is my card for getting out of a comfort zone, getting unstuck, facing your fears. Ten of Swords in reverse is fortune after difficulty. A difficult ending. When I've been in Nine of Swords, stuck in a comfort zone, and boy was I was really stuck in that Nine of Swords upright card. And honestly, I didn't know how to get myself unstuck, and so it took Ten of Swords. It took some type of betrayal. Nine of Swords upright, it's painful. It's a painful existence. But you know what to expect. It's a comfort zone. There's some level of comfort in the familiarity of it. And to get out of that comfort zone, you've got to make big changes, face your fears. And honestly, I had so much momentum in stuckness, which is kind of ironic. But it was really, I was terrified to change, to make a change. And so it took more pain, a betrayal, Ten of Swords, for me to get out of that unstuckness. So, no judgment here. All right, Libra, let's see what we got here for you. What's the Five of Cups in reverse? What does Libra need to know about the Five of Cups in reverse? Ooh, Four of Swords in reverse. This is my card for healing, yes, but cutting communication so you can heal. Cutting communication. Feels like you're cutting communication, healing along the way. Feels like this person is unapologetic. It's a comfort zone relationship. Feels like I don't know what type of relationship. This could be a friendship. This could be a work relationship. It could be a romantic relationship. But what I'm seeing here for November, if this is your reading, is recognizing someone's unapologetic, that nothing's going to change. That this is a comfort zone. Ooh, okay. Queen of Cups in reverse coming out as a challenge to cutting communication. It looks like you're wanting to go after something, to create something, a legacy, something you work towards maybe for the rest of your life. Stability, security. Okay, I get the feeling whatever relationship created stability for you, and it's a comfort zone. It's not meeting your emotional needs, nor mental needs, it looks like. but it provides some type of stability. That it feels like you're afraid to leave this comfort zone because of the stability. It's uncomfortable, it's painful, but it's stable. I know what to expect. It feels like there's something within you, a woundedness, how you see yourself. There's something about how you see yourself, how you view yourself as wounded, as hurt, that's keeping you in this type of environment, thinking maybe this is as good as it gets. That maybe there's something inherently wrong with you. You might be in a bit of learned helplessness. There we go. Learned helplessness, not feeling like you can create for yourself because you've been in a stuck environment, in a comfort zone with someone who's unapologetic for a long time. But there's stability. I know what to expect. Kind of that type of energy. All right. I'm getting when you recognize that this situation is hopeless, instead of hopeful, an unending well of hopefulness, it feels like when your star card is reversed and you allow yourself to perceive this is hopeless, it's not going to change. I can't get someone who doesn't care to care about me, but somehow this is a comfort zone. So so I'm going to just stay here because it provides some type of stability for me. And thinking that's as good as it gets. It looks like you've been in lesson. Once you allow that hopelessness, once you face your fears, get yourself out of this comfort zone, then there's this potential for a glow up, because then you're off of your south node, out of lesson. There's been a lot of lesson energy coming up. And what I'm seeing here is a very different you, Libra, a very different version of you. Once you get out of this stuck position, moon reversed, you can't see what you can't see from inside that stuck position. But once you take action, once you start facing your fears, then things start going your way, because you're going towards your North Star, towards creating stability for yourself, creating a new legacy for yourself. Then the more it looks like you get distance from this person, this relationship, the more you start seeing the delusions, the illusions that were going on, that were keeping you stuck. All right. In what's hidden, we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse and the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Knowing what to invest in, breadcrumbing, abandonment, self-abandonment. It looks like, Libra, you might have abandoned yourself for someone who does not care, does not know how to show it, does not care that you have emotions for you, someone who just doesn't care. And then it looks like they breadcrumb you. They might have expected it. They needed you to abandon yourself, and then they give you less and less. So maybe you were chasing someone in a relationship, someone who doesn't care, but it's a comfort zone. Maybe that's your nervous system felt familiar with this lack of care. Maybe because your family of origin, there was a lack of care for you. Neglect. And in your family of origin, you had to abandon who you are to make everybody else happy and comfortable. And so in this relationship, it looks like diminishing returns. Of course, you would never go into a relationship that started like this because there's no attraction. So at some point, this person poured into you, gave, and you were like, oh my gosh, jackpot. But then it looks like they start breadcrumbing, conditioning you to accept less and less until it feels normal for them to give nothing and you to give everything. Takes time for that to happen. Physically, emotionally, mentally, financially for some of you. And it creates destabilization in you. Chasing after. 7 of Wands, 10 of Swords. Looks like from what's hidden is that you might have started creating healthy boundaries, standing up for yourself. And that creates the 10 of Swords. Because they don't want to change. They don't want to learn to care about you. They don't want to heal. And I think that's painful realization that to be yourself, to stand up for yourself, to have healthy boundaries. This person, in this connection that I've been describing creates 10 of Swords, a painful ending. Feels like it's painful, so you recognize that, so you get out of this comfort zone. So you're willing to do something about it. Feels like this betrayal, as painful as it is helping you see that this person doesn't care about you. Ace of Swords in reverse. That there's been some type of foundational lie, deception. Oh, this person will never admit to that. That there's a lot. I get the feeling that this person, there's no growth, there's no expansion. They just want that lie. If you can't agree to that lie, it's their way or the highway. There's no growth here. There's no collaboration. They need you to abandon yourself, to abandon your thoughts, your beliefs, your wants, your desires, to abandon everything that's you and give to them. What's the Ace of Swords in reverse? Strength card. Looks like you meet Leo energy. You meet this foundational lie with strength, courage. It feels like from inside this relationship, you're kind of waking up, creating healthy boundaries, gaining confidence, which is not conducive to what this person wants from you. It feels like they want you to be, I don't know, whatever for them, to not have desires, to not have a light. It feels like they counter you, neg you. It doesn't matter what you do. And it feels like they're trying to get you to stop acting out, to get back into being vulnerable, insecure, and abandoning yourself. It looks like they've trapped you in like fix it, trying to fix everyone, to have you in hangman position, So you have sacrificed yourself, your life for this. And there's this obsession, addiction, trying to change this betrayal, trying to get this someone who doesn't care to care. And it feels like that activity right there is just an indicator that this is not, it's a waste of time. It doesn't work. Because this relationship is working for the other person. They don't want whatever they promise, whatever they say. They want you to abandon yourself, to give completely to them, to have nothing and no one else, to be isolated, to focus completely on them. So, all right, in the outcome and advice, Libra, we have again, wow. Wait, is that again? No, this is 5 of Swords, not 10. 5 of Swords in reverse. 4 of Swords reversed. The High Priestess reversed. And Chariot. Hey, thank you. It looks like in the outcome and advice, Libra, the advice is to recognize when something's worth the fight and when it's not worth the effort to fight, to win at this. I think you're done fighting. I think you're seeing in the month of November what I've been describing in this reading around this, and you're giving up the fight. 4 of Swords reverse is my card for no contact. That's twice that's come up in this reading. There's no convincing this person. There's no trying to change their mind. It feels like you have, if that could be, if that is an option, it feels like you would have changed their mind. They don't want their mind changed. They want you just to stop complaining, to keep giving, to not have boundaries, to not have desires, to not have your own passions, your own wants, your own emotions. They're not really seeing you as a human, as a full human. And I don't know how, it's a waste of effort and time to try to get this person to see you, to care about you. Cutting contact feels like the best advice that keeps coming through. It feels like you're in obsession, addicted, trying to change this person's mind, trying to chase them, trying to get them to care, instead of realizing cutting them out, that this activity is not conducive to your well-being. And I think while you're in this kind of obsession energy, in this comfort zone, giving too focused on this one person, that you don't have access to your intuition. You can't see, you don't have, you're out of alignment. You're not getting intuitive hits because it feels very enmeshed with whoever this is. And it's hard to tell when you're enmeshed who they are, who you are in it all. Chariot, it feels like making moves, moving on. You're getting out of that comfort zone, allowing this painful ending to give you the freedom to detach from this type of connection and make hard moves. Moving on, moving away, maybe literally moving. Being mindful, because it feels like this person is immature, wildly immature. If you're concerned, worried about this person trying to convince others of something about you, then yeah, this feels like a very manipulative type of energy. If you have kids, it feels like they have they're a product of this environment. If this is a relationship where there are kids involved, recognizing that it feels like you're healing, Libra, that you're recognizing things, that you're making changes, but there are kids involved. Be mindful of just supporting them wherever they are, that they have feelings. They might be stuck in survival, trying to survive what you're leaving. It looks like being very mindful of, I feel like grace and compassion for the kids involved. Not worry. If you share worry and fear, that's not helpful. It feels like there's support here for you, family, friends, and there's a need for you to make moves, move on, and create new life experience. And also, the last message here, when you move on, when you move away, and things naturally get better because you're not in this toxic environment that's not conducive to your well-being. And I keep getting messages, when you leave this environment, when you leave this stuck zone, glow up, feeling better, understanding what you've gone through, but you can't get that clarity from inside the confusion. There's a need to make moves, to heal, to reimagine your life, to get back out there. And when you find those blessings, when you feel really good, to not punch down, to not come back and try to, because then it just brings you back into this energy. And just to be mindful of your happiness. Maybe keep your happiness to yourself for a while, because it feels like this person, whoever you're getting out of a comfort zone relationship with, is determined. They don't like you happy. They prefer you miserable and in learned helplessness. And so the best way you can disappoint them is to heal, to grow, to heal from this, to reimagine yourself in your life, to find people who do support you, who do care about you, that you don't have to chase and convince. That it takes the time it takes to rebuild and create a new life for yourself, and for some of you, for kids, and create that stability for yourself. Whew, it's a lot for November. This feels like it might be more than just November. So, all right, Libra, I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all your likes and shares and comments, so I can grow this channel. So appreciate you, Libra. Have a great November.